Hello and welcome to episode 67 of Unqualified Game Chat. I'm your host, Azario Lopez, and with me today is the bright, the beautiful Spencer, the legacy.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Spencer.
Hello.
You're wearing a very nice shirt today.
Thank you. It's probably from Old Navy.
I usually button all the way up, but you're a two buttons down. Is that a one button down guy?
It's one.
Oh,
if I did it here, it'd be like this.
Oh, I love being choked out when I'm wearing a nice collared shirt. Is that a little too much
Azario lore drops?
Well, I give a little sprinkle every now and then.
Podcast listener ladies, you 1% out there, you ever want to get Azario hot and bothered, choke him out on the street like a shirt, and that just drives him wild.
Please don't choke me out. You could ask, and if I say yes, then by all means.
You're gonna be killed at like John Lennon or whatever. Like someone's gonna grab you.
Well, if I give them consent,
that's fair. It's fair. Azario has to give you an ocular pat down before you can choke it.
The choking commences.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, you can choke.
Well, it took us the intro to drive this off there.
We actually have stuff to talk about today. It's bizarre.
We have plenty to talk about, but I just enjoyed catching up with my dear friend Spencer.
Yeah, it's fun.
And I think the listeners enjoy that as well. Have you been up to anything recently?
Not really. Just I've been keeping up with the gym, and what's happened since the last one? I don't think anything. Just working. And then
I actually put out a preview and a review this week, which is big for me.
I put up a preview today. That might be it.
What was the preview for?
The Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes demo.
Yes. We have that up on Noisy Pixel as well.
Yeah. My boss was writing a review for Biomotor Unitron, I think it's called.
Oh, the Switch Neo Geo game.
Yeah, and he found Noisy Pixels when he was looking at how other people like structured their reviews, I guess, or like who was reviewing it. And he saw it narrated by Spencer Legacy, but he also saw that I posted my review on Monster Friday. He said, "Are you doing 2 reviews, motherfucker?"
Oh my god! No! You didn't.
I just narrate.
I just narrate, boy.
Narrate. That's all. I just narrate.
So you reviewed that game?
I reviewed that game. I liked it.
It was nothing like I thought it was going to be. Sure.
Same here.
Especially from SNK. I reviewed Neon White.
Oh yeah,
from Annapurna Interactive. It was like I said, like I alluded to last week. I kind of said that there was a game that I was playing that made me a little excited to play video games again, and that was the game.
Wow.
I was very invested. I completed it and I continued to play it, and that's rare for me nowadays. Right now, it's really set the groundwork for next month when I jump into like Digimon Survive and Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
Yeah, there's
just so much that I needed to prepare myself for in terms of it's tough to how do you plan out your day when you have to edit all these pieces, I have to work on these review videos, I have to write answer a ton of emails that are coming in, especially right now with the Anime Expo coming up. How do I just unplug and start playing a game? And I think I got a pretty good grasp on it while playing Neon White, and I'm glad that I did.
Nice. It's good. I'm glad.
I also played Solstice. It's a like God of War, Devil May Cry type game. It's really cool. Looking forward to that game. I'm looking forward to playing it more. So there's a preview on the site. And with that, This podcast is recorded every week, posted to podcast services on Thursdays or Fridays.
Good if we get a little crazy.
I got sometimes I get so overwhelmed with stuff that I just forget to press publish. It's like that. It's like that's that many steps away. I get lazy with random things. So I'm sorry. We're back to Thursdays.
Thursdays.
I promise.
But if anybody's gonna give my boy grief, you gotta go through me.
Oh, thanks.
It probably won't be very hard, but but you still have to.
I used to tell people. I still tell people that I got bullied a lot in high school, especially freshman year. But because Jackass was so big that I would throw myself into the garbage cans.
You poor man. I had a friend like that. That's rough. The I need to destroy myself to impress my peer. Oh, that's rough.
Yeah.
See, I just accepted that I was a fucking loser. I was just like, no one's gonna like me.
At lunch, at lunch, did you hide with in a teacher's room or something? Did you?
No, my one friend and I went to a stairwell every day.
Oh, you were the stairwell kids.
And we would talk about Final Fantasy 13. So.
It's not a bad...
It was every bit as sad as it sounds, but they're really good times when I think back on them. So
yeah, that's funny because I remember my junior year, I was talking about Final Fantasy X. How crazy is that? How crazy is that?
It's wild.
Maybe it was sophomore year. I don't know. But everyone was still like looking forward to 13. I remember there was like previews of 13 while Final Fantasy kind of 10 was going on, because Final Fantasy 11 and 10 were released really close together, if I remember correctly.
I think so. It's like how when they announced 14, wasn't 13 not out yet? And they were like, the next one is an MMO. And
yes. Yeah. And we all know how that turned out.
Eventually really well, but not at the start.
So we have some things to talk about. Xbox had a showcase. I think Jeff Keighley had a showcase. Is that right?
Yeah. Jeff Keighley's Power Hour.
Yeah. Did you notice how every person that joined him on stage had to first give him a compliment and then kiss his ring?
See, at first I was like, did I miss that? And then you said kiss, and I was like, oh, they didn't do that because I would have laughed really hard.
Dude, it felt like it though, right? oh, Jeff, you're the best for doing this. How do you do it, man? How do you wake up in the morning knowing you're the star gamer and everybody aspires to be you?
You got it out for poor Jeffy.
I just don't get that guy. Jeffy. That guy hasn't played a damn game in his life.
Oh, he's a fake gamer girl. That's me.
He doesn't even know how to spell game, dude.
I did laugh really hard when he said Monkey D. Luffy for One Piece. I was like, oh my god, because I was watching that. I was covering that with my work, and they were like, we were all watching, and he goes, "The Adventures of Monkey D. Luffy," and I was like, fuck.
Who are you kidding? Who the fuck are you kidding?
Which, I mean, okay, maybe you don't watch anime. That's fine. This isn't an animation, but still, as a big One Piece boy, I was a big. I have a shirt right here of One Piece. As a big One Piece boy,
I didn't like. Now that we're talking about the, let's. I guess I'll open it with what I didn't like. Right.
What's up with what fucking sucked?
The Last of Us coverage at the end, the closer, wasn't my jam.
That was weird to me because they're like, look at how different it looks. And I was like, am I fucking blind?
Yeah. Am I being gaslit live?
Yeah. I was like, which one's the remake, dude?
In real time. I think the problem was all the stupid jokes about getting leaked. Like, okay, we get it.
Oh, you can tell Druckmann was mad. Was like seething.
Druckmann's an asshole.
I've heard that.
He was so mean to me when I met him one time.
You met him?
At E3.
He was mean to you?
He just pretended like I was just sitting with him and just like talking to him real quick. And we're sitting there for a while. And I think was like a round table and we're waiting for something. And I was like, oh, Neil, I really enjoyed Last of Us. And I asked him some question and he sighs, stands up and walks.
Oh my God.
Doesn't even say, "Oh, I don't feel like talking." Right, and I was in like we were sitting there for a while. You know, I didn't just sit down and be like, "No, no, no." You know, like we're sitting there.
That's really rude.
Size walks to another fucking table.
That's really rude.
And I was with some I was working at DualShockers at the time, and I was with some of my DualShockers folks. And I was like, "Did that just really happen?" They're like, "Yeah."
Well, we all know Amy Hennig was the real talent.
Anyway, there we go. There we go.
It always comes back to Amy because she's brilliant.
She wrote the she's done so much. She's on Star Wars right now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We've decided that. Okay. Yeah. She's on Star Wars. Anyway, I mean, Last of Us PC, and there's a show coming out real cool. And what's his name? That guy that voices everybody.
Troy Baker.
Yeah. And the girl that hangs out with him all the time.
The voice of Ellie.
Yeah.
She was in Avengers.
Yeah, she was.
That's all I remember. I forget her name.
So she's Ashley something. Or
oh yeah, is Ashley Johnson?
Something like that.
Ashley.
Something like that.
It is Ashley Johnson. Okay.
Okay. So they're gonna be in the show in some capacity, in some big role, I guess.
Is it big? Did I miss them saying big? Because when they said that, I assumed it was gonna be like the Uncharted Nolan North thing, where he's like, I did that once, and he's like, okay, bye.
Or like the hot dog Bruce Campbell scene. And,
yeah, the hot dog. Yeah, exactly. I thought it was just going to be like look, we put them in, so it's like the game.
No, he said specifically that it was a big role for them.
They're actually playing Joel and Ellie.
Yeah.
Pedro Pascal, and
I feel like Troy Baker is just a budget Jared Leto at this point. I mean, they kind of look the same.
Jared Leto has more grievous accusations against him, so I wouldn't. I don't think Troy Baker has any accusations against him. But
because Troy Baker doesn't send any bats or dead rats to his co-stars.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't send used condoms for the Suicide Squad movie. But at the same time, to me, we were talking about this. Troy Baker seems nice, but he seems like an artist. He's like I just always think of I think it was when The Last of Us 2 was coming out, and he posted like some Teddy Roosevelt quote, and I was like, dude, it's a fucking video. Like, yeah, you're posting a presidential quote from like war times about the serious Uncharted game.
Get back to your Persona 4 roots, dude.
Back to your NFTs that you canceled. Oh, he canceled. That's mean. He canceled. So all good. But he was kanji though. You are right. He was a good kanji. There was a game shown called Callisto Protocol. Callisto Protocol.
It's a Dead Space, but not Dead Space.
Is that the game
by the guy who is one of the co-creators of Dead Space? And like, was that the recent game where they're like, oh, it takes place in the PUBG universe, and then yes, it does. Yes, because it's made by Krafton.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, I think they dialed back on that. But I think
the PUBG universe, it's a battle royale.
Well,
what does that mean?
Krafton, who owns PUBG, wanted it to be wanted to expand on whatever lore they've included in PUBG. Yeah.
What is the lore of PUBG? Man with frying pan has helmet on.
I'll tell you, the issue with Krafton though is like they just have too much money. They have so much money to throw around and kind of see what sticks. But this game looks like a game, and I think they saw that this is like an actual game, so let's dial back. Cool. Yeah, definitely looks to be cool. Street Fighter 6 revealed Guile. You care?
I'm not a huge Guile head. I think the only character in the leaked roster that I was like, oh, I play as him was Rashid. Everyone else, no Dudley, no Sakura, no Q, no Cody, no anybody that I dang play as.
I don't think anyone can really match the King of Fighters roster.
Yeah, King of Fighters roster has someone for everyone.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 revealed some gameplay. Looks like Call of Duty.
Yeah, I've never played through a level of Call of Duty.
Yeah, definitely looked
sure.
like color. Aliens Dark Descent was revealed.
That was really funny how they were like, look at this game, look at this cinematic trailer.
And then
it's like a shooter, and then it's isometric.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
They really got me.
Me.
Marvel's Midnight Suns looks really good.
I'm interested. I think it's really weird that Moon Knight's not there, but otherwise, it looks interesting. I think I was saying to my friend that it's really weird that. Okay, I can, Venom's there. That makes sense. So you can say, okay, Spider-Man's there to keep an eye on Venom or something. So, but even though he doesn't fit tonally, but Iron Man and Captain Marvel and Captain America just don't fit that group at all. These are all like supernatural, darker, street level heroes. Mm-hmm. And then they're like, here's bright red and blue Captain America and Captain Marvel. And it's like,
were they a part of Midnight Suns?
No. Well, in the game they are, but they're not like in the comics. So there's that really famous image of Midnight Suns. And my understanding is that it was a pitch that never got off, but everyone was like, this pitch fucking rules. Mm-hmm. And then it was kind of like talked about a bit. But yeah, Cap and Captain Marvel and Iron Man and Spider-Man were not part of that. It's mostly the spooky
Ghost Rider,
Blade, that kind of thing.
It's a cool idea.
Damien Hellstrom.
One Piece Odyssey showed off more gameplay. Monkey D. Luffy. Even
just today, I was watching people on YouTube react to One Piece scenes and getting emotional. So I'm excited.
Yeah, they introduced the cast of characters, and it was just it holds some nostalgia. This is a JRPG.
Yeah, I like that.
Is it turn-based? Do we know?
I don't think we know.
I saw there was a very quick battle scene, and it looked like someone chose. Yeah, it looks like he was fighting like a row of monsters, and
which I'd be fine with. That'd be cool.
That's cool.
Dragon Quest One Piece, sign me up.
That's really cool. I think having that, yeah, it would be a Dragon Quest kind of. It would be comparable to Dragon Quest. I mean, yeah. The open world that they have them set on the island or whatever, it's very green, very bright, very bright. I love Dragon Quest for that reason. And
I love Dragon Quest art.
So like with Dragon Quest, is like the world is very bright, and when the bleakness happens, the tone you feel the tone when oh shit, the darkness.
There's a real contrast.
And they play, especially in the new one. They were able to do that, unlike all the other games in terms of dark tone. That's a really fun game. If you have not played it, please do. It's long.
It is long, but it's worth it.
It's long.
It's so cool.
So the show itself, there's a lot of like first person shooters and a lot of crap. What would have made you more excited about that show?
I'm trying to think of like the projects that I really wanted to see that are confirmed to exist, because obviously there's like not going to happen things that where it's like, oh, I would love if they announced Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Oh, I would love to see Dissidia ported, like, I don't know. But stuff that exists, I mean, my answer for years would have been Digimon Survive, but it's coming. I don't know. Maybe like
I was hoping for a Yuden Chronicles gameplay. They didn't show it because they showed it last year, but it wasn't in this one.
Yeah. I was hoping for a little Spider-Man 2.
That would have been nice.
I love Spider-Man.
Was any PlayStation exclusive stuff in that show?
Wasn't Last of Us? Well, it's
I get that. Yeah, they closed out with Last of Us. You're right.
Otherwise,
but that was PC.
Yeah, that's true. That was the big thing about it.
So weird.
But Spider-Man is coming to PC too, the first one.
So weird.
Trying to think of like, I don't know, because like Nintendo wouldn't show anything; they'd wait for their thing. Sony mostly wouldn't. Capcom, had their own thing.
I guess that we can. I guess we can use that to kind of go into Capcom's event. Were you able to watch it?
Yeah, it's funny.
Did you get a little sad when they showed Phoenix Wright
I did.
silhouette?
I saw Bailey's tweet. I was like, "That's so true." That fucked me up.
Yeah.
Why do that?
I did think that the Resident Evil 4 stuff is cool.
That's cool. I think was it last week we talked about like the first Resident Evil 4 has like the perfect tone. It's schlocky and spooky and actiony and fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm worried. Well, I'm of two minds because the remake I don't think will have that, and that's very central to Resident Evil 4. But at the same time, I've been on record saying I'm fine with Resident Evil doing a Yakuza Kiwami thing where they slightly alter stuff to fit a continuous story more in these remakes because the original's still there. So I'm interested though.
Did you see the showcase though, where he was walking through the forest and like the lighting effects that they had on there?
Yeah,
it looked. Really... There was there's some legit parts in Resident Evil 2 remake where I was playing as Leon and walking through the halls of the police quarters, and I had very little ammo left, and I had two freaking zombies walking my way, and I was legit scared.
Yeah, it's freaky. It's really good at being freaky.
So I'm hoping that the good thing about why I liked Resident Evil 4 might have been more because I really enjoyed the scale. It was like you're going from one place to another the entire time, where most other games there's only a few locales.
Yeah.
This one is you have a mission that leads you to a place where you were like, your mind is kind of like, whoa, like there's a shift here.
Yeah.
There's a cult. There's huge ass monsters for some reason. There's a guy that's selling you crap.
Yeah. And there's Luis.
And then there's a girl.
There's just a suave guy who's like, hello.
Oh yeah. I think you're gonna be able to play as Ashley in this one.
It looks like it. Which I mean, you briefly do in for like the one segment where she's trying to get back to Leon.
That's true. Yeah. Ada Wong, sign me up.
Yeah, Ada, put Ada back. Although I read that her voice actress wasn't contacted to be in it, the one from 2, which is weird. But maybe that's I don't know what actors say is truth and what's Andrew Garfield being like, I'm not in Spider-Man. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. There's NDAs flying around.
There's NDAs. But I'll be really mad. I don't care if they change the tone for the remake. I can live with that. If they get rid of the "Where's everybody going?" bingo, that's a deal breaker, baby.
That's it. No buy. No buy.
And B, I do wish they did Code Veronica first.
They're not going to.
They're not going to, but I think that would have been a really cool way to bring eyes to Code Veronica, and B, fix that cool but flawed game. I think it would have been a good opportunity to do that, but
there's such a good connection though between Resident Evil 2 and Code Veronica, where Claire does get a little more screen time, and it was the game that bonded her with Chris. You know, before that, we knew that they were brother and sister, but you don't really like, they just have the same last name, really.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like something's coming because they have Chris in the new games and stuff. I feel like they're building to something in whatever Resident Evil 9 would be, you know?
Yeah.
But what I like is that even with Resident Evil Village, they have a new protagonist that we kind of are supposed to latch onto, you know?
Yeah.
Whereas usually you would play as Leon or Claire, but now those characters, they have their own they have their own lives, their own
Yeah.
trajectory. So it was so
True.
smart of them to create this new character for us and get him invested in the world so that we figure out what's going on through him. And I wonder how they're going to expand on that in 9. And I also hate that they spoiled the end of Village in this Capcom event.
That was
what
really
the
funny.
fuck?
That was really funny. I was like, guys, I know it's been out for like a year and a bit, but that's fucked up to not warn people.
They fucking showed the fucking ending?
Yeah. Which, I mean,
they had to.
I guess they have to, because that's where it picks up.
Yeah, they had. And there's the idea that they're kind of marketing it as like, oh, is she in a dream world? What's going on?
That section was very Kingdom Heartsy. They're like, she enters the consciousness and she sees herself, but she's different. She has to fight her way through her memories. And I was like, I'm fine with it, but it's silly.
Yeah, very silly. I'm into it. I love Village.
Yeah, I love Village too. Village is a lot of fun.
Makes me want to talk. It's one of those games talking about it makes me want to play it again. Just
it's true. I wouldn't survive in VR though. The baby house.
Yeah. Oh, the baby house would fuck me. I remember playing that, screaming.
Yeah,
bro. Like I woke up. Had roommates at the time, and I woke them up because I was like, and it was like a real
that rules
fear. Real fear, and I love that. I love being scared. It feels so good.
It's true.
So let's hope that continues. And but I guess people are upset because Resident Evil 7 isn't going to have a third person mode. Yeah,
which I mean, it'd be cool if it did, but I get them not wanting to go back.
They made that game. They made that game specifically for VR. There's no doubt about it that was a VR test game.
Yeah, I don't even know how well Village is going to work with third person.
Kind of jumping off of PT and how good that was, and I think I think
crazy how that little demo had such a wild impact on horror games. Yeah,
and I remember them doing like Ace Combat was supposed to be like for VR.
Mm-hmm.
Ace Combat is still getting DLC too.
Top Gun DLC.
Woo. So what else did Capcom announce? They did Exoprimal. It looked better than it did on its first showing.
Fine.
It's just, that's what it is. It's just fine.
Always going to be not Dino Crisis.
Yeah. And then what they showed a lot of Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. Looks great.
We already saw a ton of that, but it looks great.
It's
they said Dragon's Dogma. We'll get a video remembering Dragon's Dogma. Goodbye.
Do you remember this game called Dragon's Dogma?
Just wanted to check. Have a nice night.
Xbox had a showcase, and although it was very much what you'd expect from an Xbox showcase, they did announce that Persona 3 Portable, Persona 4 Golden, and Persona 5 Royale is coming to PC, PS5, PS4, Xbox One, and Series X. And that's exciting.
That is cool. I like that.
I think the big news out of this is Persona 3 Portable getting new text options for more people to play it. Getting a slight up-res, but I mean, before the show we talked about this. It's not the whole game.
Yeah, for those who haven't played Persona 3, there are 3 versions. There's Persona 3, there's Persona 3 FES, and there's Persona 3 Portable. And FES has the epilogue, the answer. Is there just a base 3, or did it only come out in the West as FES?
No, there's a base 3 in the West.
I just want to make sure
they're both relatively cheap too. If you want to go back and if you want to put them on your PS2, they're both relatively cheap. No, under $20 you can find.
That's really good.
Yeah.
So the PS2 one FES, it makes it so you have the answer epilogue, which is canon as far as I understand, and then Persona 3 Portable lets you control your party members which you couldn't in FES, which was a lot of people's dismay. And it has the female main character route, which is like other universe canon, because Theo, I think his name is, the elevator, the blue attendant, Velvet Room person, brother, says is in one of the spin-offs. I just had like a mental breakdown saying that sentence. And it also has but it, and you can control people, but you can't run around the world. It's like a visual novel kind of thing where you like point and click. Mm-hmm. So there's no real definitive version of Persona 3 that has the answer and controllable people and the female MC and the.
They would have to go back to development. They would need to.
They would just have to remake it.
They would have to remake it.
Which, I mean, I get why they don't, but I'm semi surprised because Persona 3 is cool. Like, my favorite's 4. But story wise, I think 3 is probably like tonally the coolest. It's like the most.
Yeah, if you're trying to be like cool guy Persona fan, you like Persona 3.
You like Persona 3, or
it's like the bad boys. It's like the bad boys Persona.
Ancient cool Persona fan, you like 2.
Ooh,
no one likes 1. So
2 in the West. Did we ever get the proper 2?
We got one of the. Didn't we get one of them on PS1 and one of them on PSP?
So the PSP one is the one you'll have to play.
Yeah. Well, I aren't they each like half? So like Eternal Punishment or Eternal Sin?
Eternal Sin
and something Punishment.
I have the PS1 games.
Yeah, I remember that. That's pretty good.
But
they should do a definitive one of that too.
I was so confused when someone was trying to explain that's not the real 2, and I was like, what are you freaking talking about? So that I had to be schooled, as they say,
by a real Persona nerd.
That's like
by a real SMT, you fucking nerd.
It's like back in the day trying to explain to me like the Final Fantasy chronological order in the West.
I remember that really good when the Zelda timeline was first the thing. That one picture from Brawl of Sonic punching Link. And
you almost flubbed up that one.
I almost had a gamer fuck up, but it's because I said Zelda right before. Mm-hmm. He was punching Link, and it said in impact font under it in all white, "Where does that fit into the Zelda timeline?" And that was the funniest shit. I shared that on Facebook. I was like, "That's the funniest shit in the world." And as a society, since then, we've really gone downhill because we're so baked in irony now that is. That's not even remotely funny. Isn't it crazy that people used to laugh at shit like the Family Circus, like the newspaper strips, and they'd be like, "This is funny."
What was the dog's name? Marmaduke.
Yeah, people thought Marmaduke and Garfield were the fucking tits, and now they're like, now that's the fucking. I don't even know what memes are anymore. Now it's like
I loved Zitz. That was a comic strip.
Oh yeah, I remember Zitz.
Garfield's pretty good.
I mean, probably not objectively. It's literally like the same. People say the show's good.
Lazy
I didn't
cat.
grow up with the show.
Lazy cat. Like
Garfield
lasagna.
has spawned a really interesting subculture on the internet, so that's neat.
Continuing with this Xbox showcase, I think one of the other big announcements was Wulong Fallen Dynasty. Game is actually in development for all consoles, but this is like the Xbox showcase. This is developed by Team Ninja, who's not working on DOA 7, it seems. Not even doing anything with DOA 6 last round. So the fuck? Like,
not even making Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin 2.
We could probably expect some DLC to come out for that game.
There's DLC for that game, yeah.
Good game too.
I love that game. It rules. It's the most. It's the dude's rock game.
Yeah, that's the cool guy. That's the cool guy's Final Fantasy.
Yeah, that's the Chads.
Yeah. Oh, just hanging out.
I like Final Fantasy 6. Yeah, shut up, nerd. We're playing fucking Stranger in Paradise.
They did it so well in Final Fantasy 15 as well. That was such a dude game.
That's such a dude game. That's like male friendship game, and it's like, oh, that's really nice. They're like tender friends. And then Stranger in Paradise is like, dudes fucking rock. Like, bro, like that's the your friend who you're fucking weird with, who you're like you play Gary's mod with and That's what that is. It's a different avenue of friendship than 15. Azario and I are friends of both types. That's why we can appreciate both games.
Yeah. Yes. We wear a nice leather jacket when we go out, but during the daytime we wear collared shirts.
Yeah, it's exactly.
Well, this game looks really cool. Looks like Neo. Has one of the guys from Masaki Yamagawa. How do I say Yamagawa?
Yamagawa?
He works on Bloodborne.
Oh, okay.
He's working on it too. And the description is Wulong Fallen Dynasty follows the dramatic action-packed story of the nameless militia soldier fighting for survival in a dark fantasy version of the later Han Dynasty where demons plague the three kingdoms. Players will fight off deadly creatures and enemy soldiers using swordplay based on the Chinese martial arts, attempting to overcome the odds by awakening the true power from within when Wulong Fallen Dynasty launches in early 2023.
There you go. Next year's going to be big.
Yeah,
a lot of stuff next year.
And I think that's gonna be the first year really that we're kind of out of COVID. I'm gonna say when we start seeing some real
knock on wood. Cross your fingers. Pray to Jesus.
Oh, please, baby Jesus.
Oh, dear Jesus, I'm sick of waiting inside.
I'm sick of playing.
Jesus.
I'm sick of playing.
Friends.
I'm sick of playing hentai remakes. I need to play a new hentai.
Dear Jesus, no more visual novels. I want to play a big AAA game on time.
I'm sick of all these PS1 remakes.
Oh, no more.
These
play a full RPG.
These upscaled graphics aren't doing it for me anymore.
It's not doing it no more. Don't even have fucking trophy support.
It says 24 frames a second. What the fuck is that?
Fucking sick of that shit. There, Jesus, I want to go to E3 again.
Oh, I need to see my friends.
I need to see my friends. I haven't been to America in nearly 3 fucking years. Don't remember what it's like.
I know I'm going to Anime Expo and I don't even know what to expect.
We all know weeaboos are known for being clean and friendly.
I know they have a Digimon event though going on in Anime Expo.
That's worth it. That's worth getting an evil bug and dying.
Freak the fuck out.
Yeah.
You're gonna see a grown man freak the fuck out.
You're gonna sing Butterfly and we're gonna weep.
What's Butterfly? Like, come my lady, opening... come my lady.
No,
the
first opening. Digimon.
Oh yes, Digimon. Okay. Why did my head go to what is it? Sugar Ray? Oh my god. Sorry, I'm just so used to us referencing like pop culture.
Referencing mid-90s things that no one cares about anymore.
Yeah.
Like us.
I have this app that's called Be Real. It's a new social media thing, and they make you record stuff every time. Like every day, you're supposed to record something, and then you post it. So I'm gonna record this real quick that we're talking.
Okay.
And we're just on a podcast. It's supposed to be like, hey, every day at the same time of day, you'll post a video and all your friends on here post a video of what you're doing at the time so that you can't just show the best parts of your life. You know, you actually have to show what you're doing.
But people will manipulate it to just show the best, but they will just.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They'll set it up.
Don't worry. We only show the worst parts here.
Well, Be Real does not sponsor this podcast. I don't even like the app. No. I semi-hate social media.
Social media is evil.
Yeah.
But occasionally it makes me laugh. So
occasionally we got to get zucked. We're all going to get zucked at some point.
We're all going to listen. When I'm sent to the Zuck camp because I posted a naughty meme, I'll remember this day.
Yeah.
When RoboZuck re-educates me.
Use the algorithm to break us down.
to show me alt-right propaganda on Facebook. Really excited for that. Thank you, Zuckerberg.
That's all I have to talk about.
Yeah, I think that's a good closer. Just talking about Mark Zuckerberg abducting us.
Well, everyone, thank you for listening. I hope you have a good week. And we have a what is it? Tomorrow there's a Final Fantasy event. So
Yeah, probably gonna be 7 part 2.
I think we might hear a little bit crisis. There might be a crisis on the horizon.
Them talking about Ever Crisis.
We'll see. Fingers crossed.
If they don't announce 7 part 2, that's going to be the most tone deaf thing Square Enix has done in a while. To be like, here's the big 7 event. We're going to give you news this month.
I think they should just show a logo.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be better than them being like, here's Ever Crisis, here's the first soldier updates. Thank you.
God, Final Fantasy VII Remake was so good.
It was cool. I liked it. I liked it other than the ending. I like
Integrate was so good too.
Integrate was cool. I loved Intermission.
Intermission was so good too. Fuck. Oh, I fucking love you, Yuffie. Okay. We're going.
Have a good one, everyone.
Bye.